Hi, I'm Heather from Car Seat Site. I've got the Graco Extend2Fit Convertible car seat. The convertible car seat rear faces and forward faces. The Extend2Fit rear faces from 4 to 50 pounds and forward faces from 22 to 65 pounds. The overall height limit is 49 inches, and when rear facing, the child's head needs to be at least 1 inch below this adjuster handle. So measure down 1 inch below that. Today we're going to install this car seat with the seat belt. And I've got a lap shoulder belt in my car, so I'm going to show you how to install it with the lap shoulder belt. So let's get started. I'm going to get the Extend2Fit set up for rear facing so that we can install it easily. A couple of things I'm going to make sure is that I have the cup holders installed. They're a structural part of the car seat, so you want to make sure that these cup holders are installed. I'm also going to take out these pads because these are going to get in the way when I go to take the cover up. I need to expose my belt path, so as I lift the cover up, this especially will get in the way. This bottom kind of infant pad is used to lift a child up, so especially the smaller babies, their shoulders need to be at or above these harness slots. If the slots are, or the harness straps are above their shoulders when they're rear facing, that's not proper positioning. They can slide up and hit the harness and then slide back down in a crash. So we don't want them moving in the car seat at all. So their shoulders need to be above these slots or just right at the slots. So this is what this is used for. It's for positioning. Otherwise it's optional. So I'm just going to take that out. I'm also going to take this headpiece out and I'm going to just set those aside. And then also I want to talk about recline. For recline purposes, rear-facing car seats need to be reclined to keep the child's airway open. And when I do these installation videos, I always recline them to the most reclined possible for newborns. So I'm going to do that. But there are different recline handles here, and I just want to use the recline handle, which is this gray handle right here. And I'm going to recline it all the way, again, for I'm going to set it up for a newborn. And then I'm going to peel back the cover because I need to access my rear-facing belt path. And the rear-facing belt path, if I can't see what I'm doing here, then it's going to make it super hard for me. So I'm just going to pull this back. Now this is an old seat, so it's the newer seats that are on the market right now have a piece of cover that stay put right here, and you just kind of unsnap it and then unvelcro it. So your seat is going to look just a little bit different than mine does right now. This is a training seat, so I use this in my classes. So I just want to peel this back so that I can see my belt path. The more that you can expose, the better off that you can see. You want to make sure that everything's nice and open. Okay. So we'll get this in. The nice thing about the Extend2Fit is that it's such a compact seat front to back. So this compactness makes it so that it fits such a wide variety of kids, both really small, 4 pounds, and then also really big, 50 pounds. I mean, think about a 50-pound kid is going to be usually pretty big, pretty tall, and they're going to need to have some leg space, which is what this red adjuster handle does, is that it has this extension panel right here, and you can put that out and it gives them much more leg room. And I can't get this to fit right now because of course it's all the way reclined, but if I put it into a much more upright position, then of course it would fit better. But that gives a lot of options as far as giving them more leg room. On the base here, we have a sticker right here that shows us how far we can pull this seat off of the vehicle seat. The Extend2Fit needs 80% of the base on the vehicle seat. And so we don't have to do math. We don't have to measure and then figure out what 80% of the base is. Graco has done that math for us, and they have stuck a label on there and they've said, hey, you just need to be on the vehicle seat up to this point right here. Now, the nice thing is everything's color coded. So everything in blue is rear facing and everything in orange is forward facing. So all we need to do is pay attention to blue for rear facing this time. So I just know to look at the blue label. So that's nice. Again, it's running into my front seat here, but I know that I can go all the way up to this edge right here, up to the edge of my seat, and I'm okay. So pretty cool feature there. Okay, so let's get ready to install this. I'm going to make sure that my base is flat on the vehicle seat. I'm going to lift my cover. And now I want to run the seat belt through the belt path. The belt path is where the seat belt goes through. Okay, so I'm going to take my seat belt, and here's my belt path right here. Can you see my hand? And I'm just going to pull my seat belt out. There are two different types of techniques for getting your seat belt to go through. There's the one technique that you pull all the seat belt out and you get all of the seat belt and you have long pieces of it and then you put it through the belt path. I don't like that method because then it tends to get twisted and it gets overwhelming to me to have all of that seat belt out. So I don't like that method. I prefer to just pull it and just kind of deal with it as I go. So I just like to just pull it and go. And then I'm going to buckle it in. And in order for me to buckle this in, I need to step into my car. There we go. And I'll get it buckled. Okay. So here we go. We're nice and ready to go. So now it's through the belt path and it's buckled. Now what I need to do before I pull it tight is I need to lock my seat belt. My seat belt locks at my retractor. So I need to switch my retractor into locked mode. Now to do that, I'm going to pull my seat belt out all the way slowly. I have short seat belts, so you can see it doesn't take long. So I get that all the way pulled out. Now I'm going to let it retract. Do you hear that clicking sound? That means it's locked. So I've switched it into locked mode. And you can see now I can't pull it back out. So it's switched into that locked mode. That locked mode is for car seats. Okay. It gets shorter and shorter. So you can see now that all I can do is get it tight. Now what I want to do is if I try and pull it up here, it's just going to tilt the seat. So I don't want to pull it up from this side. So I'm going to come over here to this side and I'm going to push down and I'm going to pull the shoulder belts. So I've got my hand on the shoulder belt portion. The lap belt is what we're pulling tight. So I'm grabbing the shoulder belt and I'm going to push down and I'm going to grab and pull that lap belt tight. And I have a whole bunch of slack. I don't know if you can see that. And then I'm going to pull it down because remember, if I pull up here, it's going to tilt the car seat. And then I just feed it into the retractor. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. So push down. And put my hand right here where the child's legs would go, where their knees are. And again, pull. Feed that up. And now I'm going to do a quick test to see how tight it is. We want it to move less than 1 inch right here at the belt path. So I just grab it right here, give it a handshake like I'm saying hello to somebody. And that's nice and tight. Okay, so we're going side to side. We don't want to twist it. Okay, so we're just going side to side. Front to back, nice and tight. That's it. And then we just put our cover back down. We check our recline angle, which is right where we need it to be. And to give you a little bit of a hint, when I reclined it all the way at the beginning of the video, I knew it was going to be in the right place because I had checked it before the video. So just double check your recline angle when you start out. If you need to add a pool noodle or a tightly rolled towel, you would add it right here. And I'll link to a video that tells you how to go about using noodles and tightly rolled towels. So double check your recline angle. Notice how tight the belt is. And again, check just by giving it a handshake side to side. And that's it. It is going to move a lot up here. That's okay. That's normal movement. As long as it moves less than 1 inch right here when you tug at the belt path. And that's how you install the Graco Extend2Fit using the seat belt. Thank you for watching.